Chapter 41. The Unlikely Commander. In the heart of the Crinus cluster aboard the flagship of the Space Lord's Armada, Cora stood in the bustling command center after speaking with Rook. The room buzzed with activity, but her focus was inward, reflecting on the unlikely path that had led her to this pivotal moment in the rebellion. Cora's mind wandered back to her life before the abduction, a stark contrast to her current reality. She had been just a regular college student, her biggest concerns far removed from interstellar conflict and leadership. The memory of returning home from a college party, the night she was abducted, played vividly in her mind. It was a twist of fate, a random act that had catapulted her into a life unimaginably different from anything she had known. As she stood amidst the advanced technology and strategic maps of the command center, Cora marveled at the journey that had transformed her from an ordinary student into the galactic warden of the Space Lords. It was a role she had never envisioned for herself, yet one she had embraced with a sense of duty. Her rise to leadership was not born out of ambition, but out of necessity. Thrust into the brutal reality of the Drixarians' execution force, she had witnessed the senseless slaughter of her fellow conscripts. It was a turning point for Cora, a moment that awakened a deep-seated sense of justice and compassion within her. She recalled how, in those early days, she sought to communicate with the hostile forces, desperate to find a way to stop the carnage. Her efforts, though initially futile, had laid the groundwork for what would become a full-fledged rebellion. Now, as she oversaw the operations of nearly 1 million of the cosmos's most technologically advanced soldiers, Cora felt the weight of her responsibilities. Each decision she made, each order she gave, impacted countless lives. The Armada before her, a diverse fleet of commandeered and repurposed Drixarian ships, was a physical manifestation of their rebellion's growth and resilience. As she refocused on the task at hand, Cora's determination hardened. She was no longer just a girl caught in the wrong place at the right time. She was a leader, a symbol of hope for a better future, and the guiding force of a rebellion that sought to free the galaxy from tyranny. Cora's connection to her commanders and teams was a constant flow of information and emotion. Through the Quantum Entanglement Network, she monitored the progress of Nakia and Lysander's scout mission and Rook's perilous journey through the nebula. Her heart raced with each update, and moments passed as the tension rose. The outcome of these missions would significantly impact the rebellion's future and the galactic struggle against the Drixarians. Cora remained steadfast, her resolve unshaken, ready to make swift decisions and provide support wherever it was needed. The fate of the rebellion, Earth, and countless lives across the galaxy hung in the balance as the Space Lords navigated the complexities of their most daring and dangerous missions yet. The situation in the nebula had reached a critical juncture. Rook's urgent message to Cora conveyed the escalating danger. "We've lost a ship," Rook reported, his voice strained with the weight of command. "It was caught in a time distortion and then crushed by a gravity well. We're pressing forward, but the risks are increasing. Any signs of activity in the home system?" Cora's heart raced as she processed Rook's update. "Hold for a minute, Rook. I'm checking now." She quickly established a link with Nakia, who was stationed aboard the Mujahid in Earth's solar system. "Nakia, report. Any signs of Drixarian activity?" Cora's voice was urgent, tinged with apprehension. At first, Nakia's response was reassuring. "All clear so far, no." But her report was abruptly cut off. In front of her, the calm of space was shattered as multiple ships emerged from portals, the signature of folded space technology used by the Drixarians and now them. Cora's mind raced. This was the moment they had feared. "Nakia, identify those ships. We need to know what we're facing." Nakia relayed the ship identifiers. A grim picture emerged. The Drixarian fleet, large and heavily armed, was positioning itself for an assault on Earth. Cora didn't hesitate. "Rook, pull back your fleet immediately. Zahak is attacking Earth, just as the Sirens of Tenebris predicted. They must have been waiting for you to proceed after losing ships. We need you here." Rook's response was immediate. Understood, Cora. We're disengaging and heading back. This was a diversion after all. The Drixarian was speaking the truth. Rook maneuvered the Mortifera to retreat from the nebula. He issued commands to the rest of the fleet. The Space Lords, their mission in the nebula unfulfilled, turned their ships around, each one now racing back to defend their home system. Back in the Krynos cluster, Cora coordinated the defense efforts. The armada of Space Lord ships, once in standby, sprang to life, preparing to make the jump to Earth's solar system. Every Space Lord knew the stakes. This was not just a battle. It was a fight for their home, for Earth, the cradle of humanity. As the Space Lord's ships engaged their drives, ready to confront Zahhak's forces, Cora stood firm, her resolve unshaken. This was what they had been preparing for, a chance to defend their home and strike a significant blow against the Drixarians. In the command center, Cora's mind was a whirlwind of tactics and contingencies as she processed the sudden shift in their situation. With Zahhak's forces staging for their attack on Earth and Rook's fleet en route from the nebula, time was of the essence. Her first course of action was to mobilize the Space Lord's elite attack troops stationed at strategic points with access to the throne room portals. These portals, a key asset in their strategy, allowed for rapid deployment across vast distances of space. Activate the portals, Cora commanded. We'll hit them before they can fully organize their assault. The troops, prepared for immediate action, activated the portal controls. However, to their dismay, they found the portals unresponsive. A sinking realization hit them. Their ships had been cut off from the network, rendering the portals inoperative. Cora's brow furrowed in frustration, but she wasted no time dwelling on the setback. If the portals are down, we adapt. Order the Armada to make the jump to Earth's system. We'll engage them there. The message was relayed swiftly, and the Space Lord's Armada, a formidable collection of commandeered Draxarian ships and vessels refitted with advanced technology, prepared for immediate Rosenbridge jump. With the Armada made the transition in space, Cora's mind was abuzz with strategies. The loss of the portals was a significant blow, but she knew the importance of maintaining momentum and focus. The Space Lords had faced adversity before, and had always found a way to overcome. From Earth's solar system, Nakia's voice crackled over the communications link. Cora, the Drixarians are deploying. It looks like they're preparing for a full-scale assault. Cora responded, her voice calm yet authoritative. Hold your positions. The Armada will be there soon. We'll engage them on our terms.